Hello, this is Cinnabon18 and this is my review for Mass. For those of you who don't know, Mass is the story about two families who come together to talk about a tragedy who they were affected by in different ways years after the fact. So it's not like this tragedy is something that just happened. It's something that was years ago, and after all the legal rigmarole set through, then they can finally discuss it and the aftermath of it. I'm not going to go into what the tragedy is because I think that's kind of it's best to go in not knowing sometimes. I mean, if you're easily triggered by something, you might look it up. But this movie has some of the best performances I've seen all year. I've heard how good it was ever since Sundance of last year. I've been excited to see it ever since Sundance, and it really was that good. The four main players are Reed Birney, who some people know him from Broadway and plays and stuff like that. I think he's a Tony winner. Jason Isaacs, who I know him from The Patriot, and he's also Lucius Malfoy on the Harry Potter series. Martha Plimpton, she was on The Goonies and on Raising Hope. And Ann Dowd, best known for her work with The Handmaid's Tale. Basically, with the performances, they're all Oscar worthy, but all of them are being campaigned in supporting. So the chances of, only two of them can win unless somehow there's a tie, which I would love. But I think in likelihood of being nominated / winning, it's Ann Dowd, Jason Isaacs, Martha Plimpton, Reed Birney. And likelihood, or in my personal MVPs, it's Martha Plimpton. She barely was over Ann Dowd. For a while in the movie, I was like, oh, Ann Dowd's the best performance. Then Ann Dowd, then Jason Isaacs. All these are close. And then Reed Birney was still really good, but he's just not quite on the level of the other three. I do have some complaints with the movie. The first 20 minutes of it was just kind of like, okay, can we get the movie going? I know you're trying to ease us into it, but this is kind of taking forever. And the writing of it wasn't very good, and some of the characters were a little not very well written. I mean, the writing in this movie was still good, but I think it would have been even better if they would have edited out a good portion of the first 20 minutes of the movie. Yeah, some things do come back in there later on, but I think it would have been much better as a brisk hour-and-a-half movie than an hour and 50-minute movie, almost 2-hour movie. And there'd be some scenes that aren't just quite as good. As far as Oscar potential, honestly, I really wanted it to be nominated for Best Picture. I think it deserves it. This movie is clear 10 out of 10. Well, a low 10 out of 10. Like, it rounds up to a 10 out of 10, I guess I should say. Because, like I said, the beginning of it is a little and some of the writing is not great. But I do think it deserves an Oscar nomination for the writing. But unless there are 5 other better films, which I have not seen 5 other better original screenplays. But I think Ann Dowd is probably going to get nominated and has a very good shot at winning, unless Caitríona Balfe in Belfast, which I haven't seen yet, unless she is better and the Academy likes her better. I think Jason Isaacs has a really good shot at a nomination and has the very high potential to win as well, because he is pretty much the lead, being campaign and supporting. If there's, for some reason, a lot of love for Mass in the Academy, I could see Martha Plimpton maybe squeaking in that nomination, but I don't think she's as likely. I think screenplay is honestly more likely than her, and I think picture is more likely than her, because I don't think they're going to want to nominate both, because I think they're going to be like, oh, Ann Dowd gave a better performance, which I was in that camp too for the first hour and a half of the movie, I guess I should say. And then there's one scene where I'm like, that's why people are saying Martha Plimpton's better. That's why. So, I mean, the movie's really good. I would suggest you check it out if you can find it anywhere near you. It was very hard to find. I mean, it was a good hour and a half drive there and an hour and a half drive back to I ended up making a double feature out of it so I could watch The French Dispatch as well. And I will get a review for that later. But yeah, this movie was really good. If you watched it or if you want to watch it, let me know down in the comments. If you've watched it, let me know what you thought of it. If you want to watch it, let me know what you're looking forward to the most. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you want to spread it out there, hit the share button. If not, that's cool. If you want to tell me you didn't like it, then is there a dislike button on YouTube? I don't know. If so, hit that dislike button. Yeah, there is. I remember there is now. But yeah, this is Cinnabon18 signing out.